Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Generic Anime Podcast, where today we have our first ever returning guest, the partial human and manga VTuber, Bunko Bun.
Hey,
Hello.
hello. Look, sounds like you almost forgot my name for a second.
He wanted to
Yeah.
build up the anticipation.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
build up the anticipation and everything.
How's
Sorry,
life,
man, got
Bunko?
too much.
How's your channel doing since last time you were on? I think you had 100 subscribers? Question mark.
Oh wow!
I think
It's been that
we
long.
got Bunko to 200 though.
Yeah, I think
they-
we just got Bunko to 200 during the podcast, like during the publication of
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
guys, if you're wondering what's happened here, yes, Animate has actually gone missing. He's been distracted by a femboy bar in Milan, and he has been there all night. And we've been trying to get him out, but he's just pulled in by the reins, if you know what I mean. So he's going to be a little while. He will turn up eventually, as
We
he
have
will.
recently enlisted the service of an eldritch deity who will come and fetch him for us, but he's a bit late.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cthulhu
praise
shall
Cthulhu.
claim him.
So yeah, he will be here just in due time.
Yep.
So yeah, anyways,
Bunko, tell us how your channel has been going on and if there's any big news coming on for the Bunko Bun.
big news.
So, big news. So at the moment, I have surpassed 300, which is super exciting. 300 subscribers, that is. What else has happened? I've got a few new videos out. One of which isn't really manga related, but it was about my trip to Japan because I went there in February and it was super good. And I have a couple of super secret projects coming up.
top
hopefully,
secret. Classified.
yeah, super top secret. Hopefully they can come out soon, and then everyone can see it. Oh, and maybe a update to my VTuber model character, but
Oh.
super secret.
Have you finally gotten your hands to work in it?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we gonna get Bunko dabbing in 2026?
I can pose when I'm not using my webcam.
Oh,
Okay, so you did some of those poses for the video outros. They were really good.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
I
you.
noticed that.
Yeah, I
Little
found
dance,
a new program where I can import character animations into a posing program that I have, so I can technically dab, but just not using my own hands.
I always
The
find it
virtual
quite
hands.
interesting how technical being a VTuber is and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Technology.
I was considering, like, at one point years ago doing a VTuber model for, like, Twitch and shit, and then I actually looked into it. I was like, nah, I don't understand half of this.
just to think that like many years ago, people used computers to launch rockets into space, use guided missiles, and now they're being used to put anime girls into people's things.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Apollo program entire computation power was less than is on your average mobile nowadays. So
Imagine going back in time to give him a fucking gaming computer.
wasn't Jack Black's mom working on the Apollo program as a mathematician, or am I misremembering?
Maybe.
No, I think that's
Maybe.
right. Yeah, I think Jack Black's mum was like either an astronaut or she helped found the Apollo program, and then she made a child of rock.
Yeah,
Child of
Yeah.
she was an aerospace engineer and was an electrical engineer on the Minuteman missiles, and she works on the Hubble Space Telescope as well as the Apollo space program.
That's
That
pretty
is
cool.
that is a big resume. Holy shit!
And then the child just becomes Jack Black.
And is now shouting chicken jockey.
Hey.
Chicken jockey.
I still have not seen that movie.
Me
So
neither.
bad. It's so funny.
Before we get too much into Bunko's thing, I do want to mention something to Consumer because I have been scientifically vindicated in my dislike for crap isekai.
Oh
Oh,
no. Oh no.
The
No.
reason why
Isekai
I
is
study
good.
textual analysis is today it was proven that there is a scientific theory about, let me find it in my notes.
how about how good isekai is and how so much better it is than every other genre?
No, it's about a adherence to, like, the ability, like, trying to recreate old successes, and adherence to old norms is generally considered to be lacking in textual and aesthetic purpose when it comes to literature. And a good piece of literature will always seek to innovate on what has been previously established.
Oh, bro, Isekai innovates, guys. We were just talking about last week.
Isekai
all the
innovation,
smartphone, vending machine.
But no, the point is that it needs to innovate on the basic formula, not the content.
Bro, it's pretty innovative.
Yeah, like there's
mean,
some isekai where the characters don't die by truck, but they die from overworking.
Oh, bro, I saw this one the other day. It was just about this really old guy whose wife is cheating on him. He finds out that his daughter isn't his. And then he gets divorced. His daughter says he hates him. He gets fired at work. He becomes homeless. He gets cancer. And then he dies.
And
Tell
if
me
he
that's
was a
not
Finnish
innovative.
person, he would still say that he's happy if he had a bottle of vodka.
Tell me that is not
Anybody's
innovative.
happy with a bottle of vodka, though.
Wasn't the story also proving that his daughter wasn't his as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a DNA test.
Peak, honestly. But yes, Isekai is peak.
But yeah, there was a whole thing actually. Like it was mentioned that there were like things on like special genres of both literature and audiovisual medium that follows the same established norms. Like the whole fucking great shonen template in the sky thing,
Or the
that every
hero's
shonen is the same.
journey.
Yeah, it was actually quite
People
interesting
love
to
the
read.
hero's journey.
But that's enough of scientific theory. Nobody is here for that because I'm the only one who actually cares.
I've been reading manga. Actually, I've actually been getting into reading a certain manga.
You can read?
It's yeah, I know.
Sorry, that was really rude of me.
No, it is
I
true.
know.
That is a
I
consumer
know.
level burn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have one like insult ready for consumer like at any moment. Just so you
You're
know.
lucky, 'cause I was literally
think
just
get-
about to say,
Speedy is talking
Bunko
about
beat
the
me to it.
manga.
I was armed.
While Speedy is
Wait.
also talking about the manga, I also found a manga with a rather interesting title. I posted in the Generic Anime Podcast Discord, and to those who are not recording can look at it. And it's that title and cover is something we
Yeah.
cannot show here on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should read that.
Oh.
I was supposed to tag Bunko with that because I thought that would be something you might be interested in.
How did you know?
with how much you've been talking about gushing over magical girls, I figured.
Oh, I love gushing over Magical Girls so much. It's so good.
Didn't they announce a season 2 for
I
that?
feel like even
Yeah,
I saw
so
something like that.
the second season
Oh.
is in production.
I decided to actually watch it, and I was watching it while doing a little bit of cardio, and then somebody walked past me, and I have a privacy screen on my phone, but I think they saw through the privacy screen because I just saw them just go like that.
What is this freak watching?
I'm still surprised that YouTube didn't nuke my video on gushing over magical girls for the mere mention of BDSM.
Yeah.
Speedy, your
No,
thing
I'm reading-
reminded me. I got my friend to read Berserk, right? And he only ever read it
Oh.
in the gym because apparently it gave him motivation. Then he got to the Casca and Griffith scene, and he was just like,
Oh no, poor fella. But yeah,
Did you have a similar experience with your boyfriend when you were watching Interspecies Reviewers?
Yes. So I was curious on the anime, and I really wanted to watch it because I was like, well, everyone talks about it, whether it's good or bad opinions. And I was doing like a walking competition, so I was like, cool, I'll get the treadmill out. I'll watch Interspecies Reviewer with my headphones on. And I think it was during like the cow ladies scene. It was either
Oh,
that
yes.
or it was the slime girls, and he just walked in and just with a very questionable look, and then instantly turned around and walked out. And I was like, this is fine.
Yeah, I actually had B also started watching Interspecies Reviewers, but she actually decided to read the manga in the end, and she said the manga is way better than the anime.
I read the light
Oh.
novel. I have a funny story with Interspecies Reviews. I read the light novel in school with the physical cover and everything.
Oof.
Why?
I
to be
just
fair, I
had
remember
it
they
in my-
sometimes have some weird manga in school. I saw a book
No,
on
oh,
jiggle
no,
physics
sorry,
in school, in secondary school.
We had
No, but
some-
I bought the light novel off of the internet. Sorry, off of Amazon. I brought it into college. I was just reading it in my English class, and my English teacher was into anime. She's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you reading?" I was like, "Eek," and she's just like, You can't read
Right.
that here. It's like, how do they know what it's about? It's like, look at the cover. I was like, oh yeah, forgot.
I mean, some of the One Piece manga that B and I have are originally from, I think, B's high school that somehow have ended up here in bookshelf and have been there for years. I have no
So
idea what
you
happened.
just committed theft.
No, not me. They're from B's high school.
Oh, she's
I did
committed
that with a
theft.
clarinet, so it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, the
Oh.
amount of stuff that
Who did
people
the
just take
steal a
home from
cruise?
school is just
Who
insane.
hasn't stolen shit from school? Somebody
I
stole
mean-
Somebody stole a GPU from my college.
That's
My water bottle literally had the stamps of the Finnish army property marks.
Somebody stole a whole. I remember this from my old school. Somebody stole a whole goddamn monitor from the IT department. It was screwed into the desk, and they still managed to steal it.
There was a lot of like stuff going missing from my IT class as well.
I remember one day I came into IT class. I saw all the W keys missing. Just all the W keys and
Oh,
every
That's
single
funny.
keyboard.
Yeah, I remember so many keys were just suddenly missing every day.
Yeah, like, every day was like a different one. And when they
so
brought
weird,
new mice, and then somebody stole the mice.
It's so weird coming to uni because like all of our IT classes are completely unlocked and everything. Anyone can just walk in anytime and nothing ever goes missing.
The thing is that we're a high school in a low-income area. What
Yeah.
do you expect? Where the area where I live is basically like the O block of the United Kingdom.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do
Uh,
I.
I don't even know,
Oh.
and I'm from here.
oh yeah. O block is just an area of America where there's just a lot of crime.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
fair enough. That was
It's like
like when
it's a PUBG mobile of fucking
None of us understand that yeehaw talk, boy. Please put it in
This
crumpets,
reminds me of
crumpets,
when the
and
California
tea,
fires
please.
were going and people were talking about certain neighborhoods burning, and the Americans were expecting all the Europeans to be in what the socioeconomical position of people living in those certain neighborhoods in California are. I was like, what? How? Why?
what?
There was a thing about like some low-income areas burning in California, and people were talking about it in Britain, in Twitter, and people were very angry when the Europeans didn't know the socioeconomical background of those specific neighborhoods somewhere
Oh,
in California.
How could you
I don't
not
think
know
anybody would
this
care.
neighborhood?
No, bro, my crack house is getting burnt down by the wildfires.
And then you
then
got
again-
the like, welcome to the internet. This is American, and no, it's fucking not. It was invented in Switzerland.
But then again, you can then show the videos of people asking Americans, like, what's the capital of France? And then they will have
Name
no
a
idea.
country in Europe.
Yeah, and they go, Asia, you know. Not all of them, but just, you know, some
Yeah, some of them.
Americans aren't great at geography.
But since we do have a guest, Bunko, is there any interesting anime other than Gushing Over Magical Girls that you've watched recently?
Oh, that I watched recently. So recently I've watched Free Rent, which I absolutely loved.
Good choice.
It was great. What else have I been watching recently? Technically not an anime, but basically I'm gonna call it an anime. I watched the Devil May Cry series. I love Devil May
right,
Cry
yeah.
so much. Oh my goodness. I know this is a hot take, but DMC Devil May Cry is my favorite game. I know it's canon from the original series, and everyone thinks that it's just a soy boy Dante version, but I love it. It's so good. Boss fights, level design, combat. Oh, chef's
Hey
kiss.
guys, what are we shooting at?
But,
Who made the new Devil May Cry anime?
Netflix? I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I think it was the same animation studio as Castlevania.
Ah,
They also made a Tomb Raider one, and no one watched it, including myself, because it's not the Tomb
haven't
Raider
even-
that I love.
I haven't even heard of that. When they made a new one.
Yeah, it's a canon series, so it's not technically in line with the main plot, but it was very cool.
Okay.
The animations was sick, and they did a lot of nods to people who enjoy the series, and I really appreciate that.
Did you ever see Edge Runners from Cyberpunk?
I did.
Because I feel like what you're describing sounds very much like Edge Runnery, but for for Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I'd say it's very similar. Like in regards of taking a well-known IP gaming series and then creating an anime adaptation, which can be risky because so many people are diehard fans for those series.
Yeah.
So if you make an anime, it has to be good. Otherwise, people will play your game even less. But thankfully, Cyberpunk did the opposite, and made people actually want to play the game, which was great.
Yeah, at least it didn't end up like the Nier anime that was generally disliked. I thought it was a pretty decent anime. Just it kind of fell into the same pothole as Rings, the dreaded Rings of Power, where it's a decent thing as a standalone as long as you forget what it's trying to be.
But other anime that I've watched, I watched Ranma, the newest version.
So the remake.
Yeah. I thought it was okay. I felt like some of the episodes could have just been a single episode rather than
seen the
4
original?
episodes.
I love the Ranma manga.
I have not.
The Ranma. I've seen the OG, not all of it. Like first 20 or so episodes. Pretty good. But I don't really like episodic anime.
Yeah, from what I heard from the new remake of Ranma, that it's closer to the manga than the original anime was.
Yeah,
This
the
could be
original
wrong, this
one
is what I
kept
heard.
like reshuffling arcs, which again doesn't really matter considering it's like mainly episodic and all of the character writing happens in like the first chunk or so. But yeah, I think the biggest thing about the Ranma OG anime is it never actually concluded the story.
Okay. That sounds weirdly like Trigun, because the 90s anime of Trigun is just like everything except the ending doesn't follow the manga, and that's kind of the idea with the reboot with Trigun Stampede being the new prequel, and then they're starting to do a new Trigun anime following the manga, and it sounds very similar to that.
Why did they make him a hipster?
I like Stampede Vash more than original Vash, and I know that's a very loaded
No,
thing to say.
I like it. I like his
OG.
like circular glasses.
Oh, the glasses look so good.
And like this is gonna be a really obscure reference, but I prefer him without the Jedward haircut.
Jedward, nice. Oh, that is a throwback. I love the Jedward haircut.
Honestly, if I would not look absolutely terrible in any kind of glasses, I would be tempted to get those circular sunglasses that Vash has in Stampede.
They're very cool.
They're very cool. Also, I love how they do the reflections in the CGI with the desert colors.
That Jedward reference is so good. I used to love him when I was younger. Man,
Yeah,
my
I
mom
have
was
to admit,
obsessed
I did
with
go
like
through a
X Factor
Jedward
and
era,
stuff.
and it was awful. But
Oh.
I'm glad I can look back on it now.
It's always good that you have those eras that you later realize that were terrible.
Yeah. Trying to think of any other awkward eras. I think I went through like a football era as well.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
I know. I had
Okay.
like the jerseys. Like I think I had like a Manchester United jersey, and I would wear it to school quite frequently. And then I found anime and gaming, and I went, "Oh wow, this football thing sucks."
Oh no!
Consumer, do you have
I
football
used to-
jerseys?
I have a billion of them. All I do is play football, bro. I'm playing football today after this podcast.
What?
And to the Americans, this is actual football, not hand egg.
Yes,
Oh,
with
yeah.
your feet. You kick it with your feet.
Where you kick
I
an
used to-
actual round ball with your feet.
I used to have a bunch of Liverpool t-shirts, but I don't have any of them anymore because I had them when I was 5 or 6, and they were all Luis Suarez ones. But then after he left,
Before he went.
yeah, no, after he left, I think was it Manchester? I don't remember. Some probably rubbish team,
Left
anyways.
wing.
Yeah, got rid of them. But it was my dad who got rid of them. But we're not speaking on speaking terms anymore, so it didn't matter too much anyway.
I was never into any kind of sport, which is why it's weird
Yeah.
that I'm quite enjoying like you know.
I was never into sport, but the only sports I like are motorsports and also fucking basketball. That's it.
Oh.
The
Bro,
only
what
sports I like to watch is
basketball,
sports I do. Like I watch
like I would-
archery and I watch shooting
Oh,
sports.
I watch a little bit of basketball
Stuff
and then Major
chaos.
League Baseball, and that's it.
Bro, why are you watching American
well,
sports, bro?
Because I
America.
feel like it. Because the Nintendo Wii has changed me.
I think
Wii
the only sports I
propaganda.
watched regularly was F1 because I was a lot in my grandparents and my granddad always had it on.
Yeah,
I had
I
a
used to
similar
watch-
thing, but with golf as well. My family
yeah.
is a big
God.
golf fan.
I used to really like I used to really like F1, but then I sort of got bored of it because it was every time a car would get hit, they'd like penalty them, and it's like, oh, it's all but bullshit. And then instead, I started watching something called BTCC, which is British Touring Car Championship, where the cars can actually hit each other and it'll be fine, and they won't get penalty for it. It's actual good racing, basically.
I mean, with F1,
then,
usually you have so much speed and power that it's just extremely dangerous, and you don't really want to
Yeah,
kill the famous drivers.
Also, the cars are fragile as shit. And then the other sport I used to watch quite a bit when I was younger was the Japanese Touring Car Championship, Super GT, because that is fucking fun as fuck. And then I used to watch a little bit of the Korean racing as well, but there's not really
Fucking
much
fun
Korean
as fuck
racing.
sounds such like a Gen Z term to say.
I can't describe how fun it is. Just really fun to watch it, and also the Formula Drift as well. That Formula Drift is just the best motorsport because it's just drifting.
One vehicular sport that I absolutely adore, which is always great to see in person, though it isn't as popular as like F1 or drifting or anything like that, is the Red Bull Soapbox race. Technically a sport.
Oh god, that's so much fun. I accidentally turned up to one of the Red Bull Soapbox races at Wicksteed Park in like 2016, 2017. They had one there. I didn't even I was just there because I wanted to go on like the fair rides and stuff like that. And they had one there, and I was watching it from the restaurant nearby, and it got a good view of it all coming down. It was so cool.
Oh yeah, it is great. It's the only unfortunate thing is that they always do it in summer. So if you don't bring sun cream, you will just cook.
I'm kind of glad I was inside then.
I have a friend who loves to watch. What is it like when you have the like long boats with lots of people rowing them?
A rowboat?
Yeah,
Rowing.
but it's like
I used to row,
specifically
man.
like really long boats.
Mm.
And he always used to do it, and he's not Nordic, but he has a very Nordic complexity. So every time he goes actually doing it, he just comes back bright red, regardless of how much sunscreen he uses.
I know that there's a big race that happens on the River Thames with those boats,
Oh,
and I think
yeah,
it's a bunch of like
yeah.
the colleges and universities that race each other across the Thames. I can't remember what it's
There is,
called, but that is a lot of fun to watch.
There is a rowing club in my town centre, and they actually do a lot of rowing over the week. So like anytime I'm crossing the bridge to go to out of college, you can occasionally
the
see
Henley
one of
Royal
the boats
Regatta
coming
or something
across
like
this
that.
way.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
The kind of funny thing is that those long boats in Finnish they're called church boats, as people would take similar boats to go to church because churches were often nearby lakes and stuff. And that the exact same word is also used in popular language to describe the female genitalia.
Bruh.
There's a Finnish knowledge for you.
I'm trying to think, starting to
you-
think these Finnish people are a little bit sus, if you ask me.
Have you guys ever been on a monster truck?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay, just me.
Oh,
And you're the only one who actually cares about motorsports, Speedy.
just me.
Motorsport's fucking sick. Monster trucks are just really cool.
I've been in a pirate ship before. That counts.
Oh,
Guys.
pirate ships are fun.
I know a thing or two about pirating.
Yeah, I jumped.
Shout
off
out
of
Kiss
the plane,
Anime.
you know?
Shout out Kiss Anime.
Isn't there I think there's an experience somewhere in Japan where you can sail on a replica of the Going Merry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to do that, but unfortunately we didn't, and I was sad.
I think it's really expensive because I looked into it at one point as well, and it's like stupidly expensive.
Mm. I know you
Oh,
can
yeah,
just get on
Bunko.
other boats and then do like a nice little tour around Fuji. I think
Oh,
that would
yeah,
be
yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah, Bunko. When you went to Comic-Con last year, what did you get? Because I forgot to ask you.
What did I get last year?
At Comic-Con, yeah. 'Cause I forgot to ask.
I had the memory of a goldfish. I need to remember what I got. I don't think I actually got that much, to be fair. I think I just got some metal dice because I'm a big tabletop RPG fan, and I love just collecting dice like a little
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons goblin.
Yeah.
What else did I grab? I think I might have just grabbed like a t-shirt and yeah, I don't think I grabbed that much actually.
Oh yeah,
I think
Bunko and Speed actually met each other since the last
Yeah.
time you were on.
we did.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
The Wi-Fi connection
was-
must have been really good.
Yeah, it was very good actually.
Yeah, I had a monitor just like driving around with
Yeah,
my
she's
face
on
on
the-
it.
She was on like a little scooter and everything. Had arms and everything. It was like, damn, it's
Bunko
crazy.
mentioned dice. I also have a big bag of dice. All the dice.
Oh yeah, I have a big
I think this is just full of D6s. I don't know where my actual like D20s is. So yeah, this is all D6s.
yeah, I've got like a big jar. I don't know how to describe how big the jar is. I want to say like 7 inches. I'm not good with inches, but I want to say about 7 inches tall, and it's all just filled with like black and white and grey dice. And I love the jar so much. It's like my precious little jar.
Yeah, this is my Warhammer dice bag, so it's just full of D6s. But I do have like several sets of D20s somewhere. I thought they were all in here, but no, it's just D6s.
I do have one that's like a really small white D20 with some black text on it, and the 20 is just a little smiley face, and it's so cute, and I love it.
I think I have a D100 somewhere as well.
Ooh.
100? Wait,
It's-
100 side dice?
It's basically just a ball. I don't know where it is. but I
Yeah,
know
it
I
must
have
be.
one.
Yeah, I had like a wooden dice tower as well.
Oh,
And
that sounds so
it's
good.
so precious to me. I love it so much. Even with just like other board games that I play, if it involves a roll of a dice, I'm just bringing it out. But with every
Yeah.
excuse I have, I'm like, yeah, it's coming out.
you
My
ever
D6
rolled
is,
this-
that actually comes. No, it doesn't come up. Damn it. Sort of does. It's a little cogwheel and a skull because it's in Warhammer, when you play Warhammer Tabletop, there's a general rule of thumb that you need to buy the dice of your faction because they make you roll better.
Mm.
That
This
sounds
is
like
really-
a
I have a-
marketing scheme.
I have
Yeah,
a
it
very
is, it is.
stupid story involving some dice. It was just me and my friends. We were all arguing about where we're going to order food from. So we wrote down all the places that we want to order from, got a 20-sided dice, and we rolled it.
I was expecting
Disney
something
bought
about
the
you
food.
buying sex dice.
Yeah, for some reason I thought you were going to eat them in the story. I don't know why. That's where my brain went.
I've actually eaten dice before. It's quite tasty.
My
Oh.
brain went to Speedy buying sex dice for some reason.
Well, there is
What the
one.
hell is
We know
that?
this guy. Come on, we know this guy. Come on.
Okay. No, you guys got a very wrong perception of me. Just
Actually,
because I
si-
watched a little bit of, the other animes
Yes.
doesn't mean
The
I'm
other
involved in that stuff, okay?
Since we are talking about dice, actually, there is a thing we've been kind of planning. I kind of wanted to briefly mention this in the podcast episode that has something to do with dice. We have a plan to at least do a D&D one-shot at some
Okay.
point, and we might even record that and maybe upload it on the channel.
I'm trying to make gang signs.
I
but
think we will record and upload it on the channel.
Yeah, it's all of us. I'll be the DM in that one. I think Bunko, you said that you wanted to play as well, and of our other guests, Rage is coming on as well as a player.
Only if there's space, I wouldn't want to intrude on any
Yeah,
pre-existing
like
players'
it's
interactions.
the campaign I originally made it for 8 people, so we have way less people. I'm just adjusting the combats and like doing.
Don't worry,
doing
I'm
other
worth
adjustments.
5 people. I'm so strong.
It's fine. If someone plays a necromancer, then we can have like
Oh
more
yes,
people.
we can.
Maybe.
The best way to break any D&D campaign ever is to throw bodies on the field.
Song Jing Ru build, bro. Solo leveling, so the solo leveling run. Who's trying to be my summons? Oh, we've got no
Did I
solo
wrait
leveling
down
plans
what our
here. Okay, I see how it
classes were?
is.
These are from different.
Have you guys
campaigns.
seen the show, regular show, before?
No.
No.
Brown, of course,
I
bro.
randomly, they had an episode about. Get back to work. They had a, they had a whole episode where they parodied D&D. I didn't just realize it
That
now.
is fairly common.
They had Futurama had a
Yeah.
D&D episode as well, which is
Yeah.
so cool.
Our current party would be a druid, 2 fighters, 1 eldritch knight, and 1 samurai, a rogue, and a warlock. Is our
I just
current party
realized
setup.
this D&D table here looks like our podcast as a table.
Okay,
Who's
I have a
who?
very very fancy DM book with like hand woven leather stuff and shit in it.
I know
I
which one
literally
chooses
bought-
immediately.
I literally bought this for D&D. Like there's a nice brass clasp and everything. There's all my
Okay.
DM notes.
Blended.
Wow.
Not gonna lie, I really like this thumbnail.
What thumbnail?
For the most recent one that we just uploaded.
Oh, that one,
Two
right.
girls about to making out, yeah.
Yeah, but I just like the
Content
colors.
thumbnail.
I think the colors
Oh.
are really nice.
Pretty colors.
Me when the colors are coloring.
I
Bro.
always need to ask Animate if either ask B or ask Animate if the colors in my thumbnails are fine because I'm colorblind.
Yeah, I spend so much time just messing about with colors whenever I do a
Yeah.
thumbnail, just to make sure does it pop.
I do
Are
the
they
same, like
harmonized?
make everything like as bright and
Manifesting
visible as
Keys
possible.
uncolor blindness.
You notice in the
I'm not terribly colorblind, but it's like comparing between colors can be a bit different, like how they fit together.
yeah, you'll notice in the 1-year anniversary one we did, I actually changed Marin's eye color because like
Yeah.
it was like pink and it just kept pissing me off how it didn't like go with the rest of it. So I love the colors, man. Love the colors. I
7
think it's very
years ago,
underrated when people are
Fortnite
making
Super Bowl.
That
thumbnails.
LeBron James thumbnail of ours is still very weird.
I do love a bit of color theory.
Oh,
I do find it funny that of our podcast, the most popular episode is the one where lonely people talk about the lonely things they did on Valentine's Day.
That's only like 3 out of 4 of us.
To be fair, I think that's probably one of my favorite thumbnails of the podcast thus far.
oh, bro.
Oh, that thumbnail was great.
It was cursed, bro.
It
It's
is so cursed.
So cursed. Yeah, I think I've
Consumer
found
bringing
the
the curse.
vibe for the podcast. That's what I just go for in the thumbs these days.
I think in regards to Valentine's Day, I think when I was a lonesome person, I think the one fun thing that I did was go watch Sonic the Hedgehog in cinemas with a bunch of friends on Valentine's Day.
It's Sonic Day, guys.
Yeah, we were like, you know what? We're gonna love ourselves and go watch Sonic. And it was
I mean,
just a big group
in
of friends.
Finland, Valentine's Day is considered to be a friend's day rather than like a lover's thing.
I mean, I still
Yeah.
think it's just a marketing scheme, bro. Everything is just
Oh, absolutely.
a shady
Absolutely.
marketing scheme.
That's why me and my
Capitalism,
partner
baby.
we celebrate like a day or a day after or a day earlier. So then that way
Things are cheaper.
we don't have to worry about big crowds and it can just be a chill day.
Clever.
The way Pia and I celebrate, we usually just make some good food and watch something.
How I celebrate is I just go to my bed, watch rom-com and cry. Like, that's what I do.
I don't even know what I did for Valentine's Day this year. I actually don't remember. Wait,
Oh, actually, to be fair, I don't
I
want to
didn't do
boast, but
jack shit.
I think this Valentine's Day was probably the best Valentine's Day I've ever had in my life. So
Oh, that's good.
Based.
yeah, I mean, getting engaged is pretty sick.
Oh, is it happen on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
lovely. Congrats.
Oh, thank you.
Big congrats.
What about you, Mr. Cheese, huh?
What did I do about Valentine's? Pia and I made some
No!
steaks
When are you
and
getting
watched some-
engaged?
I'm not getting engaged.
Oh, bro thinks
I-
marriage is a scheme. He thinks it's a mark. He
It's,
thinks it's a scheme.
like neither Pia and I are members of the church, so we cannot legally get married in like the sense we can get like I think it's called registered relationship in Finland, where you do it like via the government. And we were planning on doing we'll do that probably before we head to Japan for legal reasons.
You can do
That's so
wedding ceremonies in Japan.
That is true. But it was mainly like since just in case something happens for either of us, it would be good to do it like before going to a foreign country for a long time
Makes sense.
for legal reasons.
Yeah, I'm not a big traditionalist either. Like, I do appreciate the large, big weddings from different cultures, but I think it's going to be quite a chill thing for me.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Also, ain't nobody got that money, bro. I definitely don't have that money.
I appreciate how B's parents did it. Like they didn't get married in church; they just got the like registered relationship and then just went to buy kebabs and watch the sunset.
You just do whatever you feel the most
That's actually so
like
cool.
associates with you guys, you know.
Kebab.
Because I have a few friends who have technically signed up to be ordains, so they can marry anyone whenever they want with the church that they made up. So you could just do that. Just get like Speedy or Consumer
Is
to
it still
ordain,
that way
and then
in the
there you go.
UK? Do you need like
Sorry,
some
what now?
religious body or something to get yourself?
Unless you want a large like religious wedding, I don't think so.
Oh, fair enough.
Here, I think you need to be a lawyer or a priest to fully like legally register the marriage, or some kind of priest, sort of representative of a religion.
Oh.
But I know that it needs to
pretty
be
sure
a
you can
lawyer
get, like-
for the like registered relationships.
I'm
I would
not
just
sure
be
about what it
marrying
is here.
everyone if I had the power, bro. I'd be like, you, Speedy, Cheese, married
You get
now.
married. You get
Bro,
married.
I've got Discord on like a mini view thing. When you say you, it switched between everybody.
Isn't there
Yeah.
a thing in America where you can get like an online course to become an ordained person to be able to marry others?
Yeah, I think that's similar to the UK as well. I think that's why quite a few of my friends are technically ordained, because they, especially during COVID, they were like, "Oh, I'm bored today. I'll just do this."
I don't know. I think my sister might have, like, when she graduates, because she's studying religion. I think she might have the like legal right to be an ordained person to marry people, because she's getting a master's thesis in religion. I mean, it's religious theory, but I think it's still the same.
You don't need to be ordained by a non-demoniacal ministry, which can often be done online.
Yeah, that means like you don't need to get ordained by like an official church that's a place somewhere.
Yeah, because I know there's like a marriage registry here that you can just like call, be like, hey.
And you can go to Denmark and have a Viking wedding. There's still one. I mean, it's not a church, but let's use the word church, that is still dedicated to the Viking gods in Denmark.
Yeah, I think there's something similar in Scotland, I think, where it's like called Gretna Green, and like it's like a very small wedding ceremony where you get married on top of an anvil or something like that. I might be wrong.
That's cool.
I think it was
There's
featured
so many
in
weird traditions if you go into the countryside.
What was that? I can't remember what it was called. It was like a Victorian romance series on Netflix. Bridgerton. It was starred in Bridgerton.
Oh man, I've not heard that name in a while.
I want like everybody to carry guns at my wedding, just because, or weapons.
Unfortunately, that is illegal in the UK.
They can be airsoft. It's fine. Just
don't worry, Speedy's got money. He'll fly us over to the States.
Speedy, even you don't have a gun.
Not yet.
I mean, if it's Nerf guns, you can have a big Nerf gun fight afterwards.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
That we know
when a friend of mine got married, we went to go and play some...
I never felt my family would be pissed off at me for doing that.
When a friend of mine got married, we took him to play... What was it where you use those like colored balls with paint inside them? Yeah, paintball. There we go. I had a paintball. Yeah, we took him driving tanks and then played paintball with him.
That sounds like fun.
First day I ever played paintball, I shot myself in the face. I was like, why is this thing not working? Proceeded to look down.
I mean, everybody, when we went playing paintball, every single one of us was a trained, either serving or ex-military personnel. It was really
playing
fun.
Paintball suits. Oh, Bunko's just like twitching now.
Bunko has disappeared. She's back.
Oh, Bunko's become lifeless. Bunko's a wacky waving arm flailing tube man.
Yeah.
Guys, she's been possessed. What are we going to do?
It is the eldritch horror that we hired to find animate for us has now possessed Bunko.
Yeah, it was like, this is too much work. This is way too much work.
I ain't seeing all those fanboys.
So I'm gonna take over Bunko. You know what? All this marriage talk's got me thinking. Speedy, me and you, I think we have something special. You know, we've got really really great chemistry.
Okay,
I think we need to explore this a little bit more.
No.
I fully expect this episode to be named something marriage and animate to draw Consumer and Speedy getting married.
Like that Mario and the Mario and Sonic little GIF. If people have seen that,
that would be so good for a thumbnail. Speaking of which, there was a thing about I think it was the Samurai Jack author drew Samurai Jack getting married, and for some reason, the God Emperor of Mankind from Warhammer 40k is in the audience. In that picture. Like, what?
I'm dedicated to someone.
Bunko, are you back?
AR-15.
Yeah, like, I was never gone in the first place. It's totally fine.
you were just glitching a bit.
Yeah, it's my headphones decided to crash out.
That's unfortunate.
I'm getting used to wireless headphones, but they have
very bad.
This could be us, bro. This could be us, bro.
Yeah. It couldn't be us.
I really wish I love wireless.
All you have to do is just say yes. That's all you have to do.
What?
I do know that in some weddings, if they say like, do you take this person to be like your husband? And if someone says no, that's it. They're like, no, that's it.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
Fine. No
Just
wedding
all
for you.
that money and time wasted.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to like a proper big wedding. They don't really do those here. I think when I was a kid, my my godmother got married in a fairly big venue, but that's like the biggest one.
That's cute. Yeah, I feel like I'm still
a couple.
A little young for the weddings. Like I only know like one person from school who's gotten engaged. Like there's not that many people who are.
I've been for years. I've been in the weird
age,
position where people I knew from school are getting kids, and everything is like, oh, I feel so old.
No, I have a few people at the same age as me who are also
I
like
don't know,
having
man.
kids, and I'm like, "Oh, I remember we
I
used
got-
to get
I
drunk
got
at
a
like
message-
2 p.m. before, and now you have a
Bruh.
child."
If I
Bro.
was still back in Nigeria, I'm telling you now, I'd have like 2 kids, bro. I'm not even joking, bro. I would start the little army early, bro.
One
I
of my
would.
old workmates
The
who's
consumer army.
I think he's Speedy's age, and he's getting his second child.
Wow.
What? Wait, is he 21?
Yeah, I think he's 21. He got his first child when he was 19.
Oh, bro.
Fucking hell.
Phil
He's
Foden,
still
football
running.
player, had his
And-
first
and
child at
it-
19.
yes, because there's a high chance that it could have been accidental, but yeah, it was very much planned.
Okay.
Like both he and his wife have like stable jobs and everything, and it's so weird being so much older than him and like, oh, I'm
There's no
very
way
stable
you
in
watch
my life.
Spy Family and you don't want a little kid, bro. It's not possible. It's literally impossible. That was my
I
whole
think there
takeaway
is
from
an
that
It is
show.
very much possible.
That was my takeaway from that show. I need a little psychic child right now.
Yeah, I don't think those are very easy to come by.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I just
psychic
gotta
part
keep trying.
might
I'll
be a
just
bit
keep
hard to
rolling the
pull
dice.
off.
Eventually, one of them's gotta be psychic, right? That's how
So
this
you're just
works.
gonna like refund them until you get a psychic one.
I think if I
It's
ever like have a
buying
child,
booster
it's
packs
just
to
gonna
find that
end up-
one shiny.
I'm probably gonna end up giving something really bad if I ever have a child because I'm
Whoa,
not.
bro, you gotta really
very-
preface that because that sounds
Well,
really
I got
dodgy, bro.
tism. I got tism. I got asthma. There's probably
Oh, I
some
see
more
what
things
you
wrong with
And
me.
it's
Bro.
Speedy, you first do need to find a woman for that, which is
Yeah, no, that's not really
Possibly.
possible.
But Speedy,
because I don't
there's
leave the
something
house.
very sad in that. Is you're sort of implying that if a kid was born with asthma and tism, that would mean that the kid.
I don't
can't
want
have a nice
my
life.
offspring to have the same problems as me because they're already bad enough as it is.
That's the,
Like,
can
you
show them
guys
how
know
to
me,
live
like,
life
I'm
better,
really-
man. You can
I
show them the
can't.
ways.
And I can't
Do you
beat
know the
asthma
way?
yet. Like I don't
Do
know
you
the
know
way.
the way?
Man. It's-
I mean, give it 10
I-
years, they probably have cured asthma.
I'm at the point where basically I get annoyed by people's sound of certain people's voice, like heavily annoyed. I have to wear headphones everywhere because some people's voices they're just like too high or too low pitched. Too low pitched where I can't and too high pitched where I can't understand them.
Oh, they're from,
Or they
just
sound
from
messed up.
Manchester.
Yeah.
You can just get
Actually, no, I have
everyone
friends-
voice
I have friends
modulator.
from Manchester, and that's not too bad.
What about like Liverpool? Because they dip between high and low in their speech all the time.
I have a professor from Liverpool. I just,
Schechenberger
lectures are difficult.
Chips.
I just need peace and quiet most days, and then brutal death metal. Yeah, that's what. I
Time
need.
to move into the countryside.
Yeah, I probably would if I didn't have hay fever.
Buy a small cottage in Norwegian
dizziness
Lapland and
problem.
freeze to death when it
Yeah, go
gets
to
like
like
minus 40.
Iceland or something.
Yeah.
They have like
Oh.
2 towns and that's it.
Yeah, speaking of hay fever, when I was in Japan, it was such bliss because Japan doesn't have the grasses that I'm allergic to, and it was
Huh.
so good. It's just
Bruh.
I'm only allergic to very specific ones. It's not like a generic. So going to Japan, like they just don't have them. It was so nice.
Yeah, I think
I mean, obviously, I was mostly in southern Honshu, so it's
What?
possible that they are somewhere in Japan.
Damn
I
it,
only
they have the
went-
same grass here as in fucking Japan, so I'm gonna die of hay fever when I'm there.
But to be fair,
Guess it's only time
compared
to
to the air in London compared to Japan, Japan's air is so
Well,
clear and it
I'm not
doesn't
gonna lie, I
smell
feel like the
smog
air-
or thick.
And anywhere compared
so
to
nice.
London is way better.
Oh, that is.
Consumer, I take it you've never been to China.
Okay. I don't know. I've seen speed streams. China looking pretty cool. China looking pretty cool right now.
I have a
I'd rather
friend
be in
who
China
lived
than London.
in-
I ain't gonna be that guy.
I have a friend who lived in Shanghai, and like every day she had to put like a huge amount of makeup on so that her skin wouldn't absorb any of the pollution.
Oh wow.
This is what I just thought of Bunko, what she was just talking about.
I mean, it's weird for me because the air in Finland is
literally.
incredibly, like air
Please,
here is incredibly clean. Because there's nobody in Finland, so the air is very clean. But it was weird because Japan has like the very similar air quality despite having so many more people.
Even in a place like Tokyo, I'd assume somewhere like Tokyo.
I didn't
would-
go to Tokyo. I went to Osaka, and Osaka was really good. Admittedly, I didn't really walk around during the day because it was prohibitively hot. So we mostly went around at night, but there was very little like cars or anything. So the air quality was very, very good.
Fair, that's good.
It also helped that we were kind of on the coastal side of Osaka, so that probably helped.
Osaka should.
But like Yamaguchi, Hiroshima, it was basically the same as walking around in Finland with the air quality.
Oh.
And again, there's literally nobody living here, so there's very good air quality.
Yeah, I haven't been to Finland yet, but thankfully I've been to Iceland and Sweden, and the air quality is great. And
Sweden!
there's very few people.
Hey, Sverige.
Yeah.
I think I didn't
I
go
haven't
to Stockholm, but I went to Malmo. That was very nice.
Malmo's a nice place. Stockholm is also really nice. If you ever do go to Stockholm, I would recommend going to visit the Vasa Museum in Stockholm.
Ooh.
With one
I
of
hear
the biggest
anywhere
wooden
outside
water-
of those two cities, especially north in Sweden, is just like favelas.
There is a,
not
Of course,
really.
Stockholm has like a high crime rate now, thanks to. Oh wait, I can't.
There's some parts of Stockholm do, but it's like especially if you ever go to Skåne, which is southern Sweden, it's a very nice area.
Oh, speaking about air in China, we had a bunch of Chinese exchange students come to our middle school very long time ago, and they said that they really liked it here because of how clean the air is.
Yeah, like some cities in China do have terrible air quality.
But they wouldn't have liked it
It's good
here
like
in the
2016.
1800s in the middle of the Industrial Revolution, I'll tell you that now.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the Great London Smog.
Yeah. Put your shit in the river.
Isn't that still standard in London?
Yeah,
Thames
and that's
is,
why don't swim in the River Thames.
Yeah, Thames is very brown.
Yeah, that's something I've distinctly noticed the few times I've been in London.
That's why when people come here and take touristy pictures, it's always going up because they don't get the Thames in the shot.
Yep. Like when B and I were in London, we visited Sky Garden, and I tried to take a good photo of HMS Belfast. That's like basically on the other side of the Thames, and it's just the river is not healthy looking.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
speaking
got
of
to go on
London,
a school trip to HMS Belfast. It's so cool.
Ooh.
I once drank
Yeah.
tap water in London. It gave me a tummy ache.
Oh,
It gave me a tummy
Japanese tap water might actually also do that for you because there's a lot of chlorine in Japanese tap water.
ache.
Oh, great.
On a hot day, you can
Is
taste
there a
it.
way to like microdose that type of water, right? Like
Huh?
waters from a different country.
Go
you
to
can,
a
like,
swimming pool.
microdose it.
Go to a swimming pool. Just
Just
take
a
a sip every
swimming
day. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. You take like a sip of like the Japanese water every day. By the end of 2 weeks, you'll just be fine. Also, I heard something about like if you go to a different country, you should try the yogurt, so that way your gut can get used to the bacteria in the food.
Oh.
I don't
Finland is the
like
promised
traveling
land of all
speedy.
dairy products.
I
except
hate different
cheese.
countries.
We can't compete with Italy when it comes to cheese.
Speaking of Italy, where the fuck is Animate?
To be fair, we've only
Exactly,
been
where is
going for
anime?
47 minutes, so he's got time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll just be the new
You've got
anime.
45 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bunko's
true,
gonna be the
true,
new
true.
anime.
You know the
Oh,
great
Bunko.
thing about Bunko as well is Bunko is
Yeah, we like-
animated.
Literally animated.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
visually
by
we
the way-
look very similar, so you know, it's
Yeah.
you know.
Speaking of Bunko, you said that you mentioned. I think we can mention this. I don't. You didn't say that it's private information, but you said that you're gonna do maybe not just manga content.
Yeah, so I've got a few video ideas coming up, and it's more talking about the general series rather than specifically the manga. And I've tried a few IRL stuff before, and I kind of like it. You know, like the showing off everything that I bought in Japan, general bookshelf tours. I think it's quite fun. And I've watched a channel recently called Tracy's Nordic Light, and she goes around Oslo and just describes like places to go buy books, good places to read books publicly. So I kind of want to do a video inspired by her and just do places to go buy manga in London.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
that's
I
quite
mean,
cool.
Oslo is a very nice city as well.
Have you? I remember you said that in like the comment section of one of the videos that you wanted to do some vlogs. Have you ever tried one yet?
Well,
Japan one maybe.
when I tried YouTube a very, very long time ago, thankfully no
Oh.
one knows of it, so it's fine. I did a little bit of vlogging here and there, and I did kind of enjoy it. But I think I want to try and aim for more like PewDiePie editing, where it's more like a aesthetically pleasing thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I definitely want to give it a try.
Yeah, I also really like in terms of like vlogging and stuff. I really like Chris's way of doing videos.
Mm.
Yeah, his
Of,
stuff
like,
He's
is
like
more
Fil-
hyper-
filming
like
what's going on and then
movies.
doing a voiceover, and especially the drone shots that Chris does is
Yeah.
just so good.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
can't
made
quite
a
afford a
lot-
drone, but I think that would be cool.
I used to do some vlogs like back in like the good old days of like 2015, 2016, 2017. They weren't good because one of the videos is like me taking a half a bite out of a Whopper. No, not a Whopper, a fucking Big
Guys.
Mac, eating it like on camera because I was like, "Have you? Did you guys
Big
ever?"
Mac Whopper review.
It literally was a Big Mac Whopper review. That's literally what the whole video was, and it got like 1,700 views, and then I deleted the video.
I'm
It's
also
'cause,
kind of thinking of doing maybe
yeah.
some vlogging when I eventually go to Japan because it's Japan.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I ever go, I'm definitely gonna vlog that because I'm using the conventions that I go to as like experience to build up myself to do better vlogging. I want to get a gyrometric camera thing.
Yeah, I
for
know
my
what
Geriatric.
you mean. Those are quite expensive.
yeah, I've seen
Or
one
the
for like
stands,
£70.
the stands.
So
that
you want
kind of
to
just-
get one of those so that your camera work is in geriatric.
Yeah,
But you could also just get a camera stabilizer as well. Well, like
Yeah.
I know
yeah,
Da Vinci
like a
has one,
camera
so you
stick.
could just do it in
Yeah,
post.
I plan to. Yeah, I plan it to use for. I'm gonna use it for my phone because that's currently what I use to record.
Yeah,
Because
I
I don't
mean, a
have
lot of
an
more
actual camera
expensive
anymore.
DLSs also have it like the stabilization, image stabilization built in. But you are
Okay.
probably looking at like 2,000 quid for the camera if you want to get that.
Yeah, I found. Yeah,
do
I
it all in
found one
post, guys.
for.
Do it all
Can
in
I
post.
go into it? Yeah, I
I do
found
also
one,
need
for,
to-
found one for 80 quid, so it's not too
Speaking of
bad.
changing some content topics, I do want to talk to you, Bunko and Consumer, at some point about doing manga stuff because I do have some manga videos planned as well.
Join the
Manga.
manga club.
Guys,
I
I
got
love
so-
manga.
I got so inspired for doing that one very secret clip for you, Bunko, that I kind of want to do a couple of manga videos.
Oh, it's great fun. I mean, you don't have to worry about finding clips anywhere. You just find where you read
I
stuff and
find
go,
it, I
cool,
find
well,
it so much
save that
effort
image.
to edit, though.
Yeah. Oh, it was so much more effort to edit. Like it was, I think the clip's like a minute, and it took me like 4 hours to edit.
But then again, you can just do a nice subtle zoom in and just
yeah,
get a nice double page
See-
spread, zoom in, vignette on
but
it.
I don't even
like if you just keep
remember.
doing the same thing, it just gets a bit boring looking. So I
Yeah.
tried to do like different things for every panel I used.
I remember I felt really bad that my clip was 1 minute 15 seconds. Because I was like, I'm gonna keep it under a minute. I re-recorded that twice just to try and get it under a minute, and I couldn't get it under a minute without mentioning all the stuff that I wanted
Bro
to.
was
So
like-
I was like, shit. I was like, Bunko, please, is it okay for 1 minute 15? And she's like,
Of
I like,
course.
no, I'm gonna cut
Yeah.
out the last 15 seconds.
yeah.
Get the
I actually
guillotine.
cut out. I think I cut out like 45 seconds worth of yapping in that video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like that was the first. That was the first attempt. The second attempt, I literally deleted half of the script that I made for it because I thought if I just
To be fair-
talk fast enough, it'll work.
I feel like I do that all the time. I feel like I have to cut out so much stuff. Like I was editing yesterday as well, and I was just cutting out sections. Sometimes I'll just cut stuff out because I don't feel like editing it. Like that's literally like I was like I don't want to look for clips for this. I'm literally just gonna cut this entire point
I
out.
understand that so much. The
I
other
mean,
day.
Go on.
So yeah, the other day I say the other day, like a few weeks ago, I recorded my initial D video, and then oh sorry, what the fuck? Okay, I recorded the initial D video, and then half the camera quality was ass. So then I sold my camera back to Amazon. I got my money back from Amazon, got the camera back, re-recorded it on my phone with the new mics, and then yeah, it's now 20 minutes long, and I just looked at some of the stuff. I was like, I don't want to put half this shit in. I deleted that. Then it was 35. No, sorry, it was 35 minutes long. I rewatched the entire segment. I was like, this doesn't need to be in here. Cut it out. Re-recorded the part, my personal part. Re-recorded that, so now it's like half the size. And what's it? I redone the story section because I realized I missed out a small plot point that was going to get on my nerves, so I didn't mention it.
I
So
mean,
it was
that's,
an
I
extra
just
15
do all that
seconds.
with the scripting phase. Like I write down my script, then I reread it over a couple of days and just cut out all the bits that I don't like and readjust it.
But I feel like
I
also
try and
it
like
just
color
changes
coordinate
when,
my script as well.
Yeah.
when you like
I
say it
have a
out
very
loud.
bad
Sometimes
habit of
things
rambling
sound a
in my
bit
scripts.
different.
Yeah, like I have such a bad habit of rambling in my scripts, and that's why I've always taken like I need to read this a different day so I can actually like, oh, I don't need this bit.
I have a bad habit of going off script and adding bits in, but then what happens is those bits that I add in end up being more funnier.
I know. I
Then
think
the
that's
actual
quite
bit
a
I
cool way of
wrote.
doing it. It keeps
Yeah.
it fun, keeps it spontaneous, a bit more natural.
But in the Mesudachi video, I didn't even write a joke about the Chainsaw Man barking things. That was just something that came up in my head in the moment. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. I have this one clip of a band just going arf, 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 and I'll put that in.
So you saw a picture of Makima and Arf 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 came to your head.
Yeah.
bro just exposed himself. You are the Denji.
Oh god.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
Wow.
Oh, bro.
Makima
But-
isn't even the hottest character in Chainsaw
No, it's
Man.
all about it's all about behavior. It's all about attitude, bro. It's all about the vibes,
Attitude.
bro.
But why would you go for Makima when you have Boa Hancock?
It's the
And you have Bomb
it's-
Lady, like she's
Oh, yeah, the Bomb
great.
Lady.
It's the dom.
my
It's the
favorite.
dommy vibes. It's the dommy mommy vibes from her.
I mean, you get
How
that
long
from
is this
it comes from the
gif?
Boa Hancock. What gif?
Not really, because when
It's
she
like a
actually
Mario
likes
one.
you, like when she likes Luffy, she becomes very just nice.
Spoilers.
Bro, oh sorry, spoilers. Bro, when I was watching Chainsaw Man, and Denji goes to like Makima's like, do you have a type in a man? And she's like, yeah, the Denji type. I was like literally, bro, I just went. I just died.
Wasn't
bro.
it at some point that someone made a hentai of Makima and Denji and it outsold the official Blu-ray of Chainsaw Man?
Oh gosh. Gooners strike again. Gooners strike again.
Literally that video I sent you last night.
Oh yeah. His mini spent me a
God.
video about Gooners never stopping.
Oh god.
Ah, bro. But yeah, and also is the scene when she's holding hands with him, bro. Holding hands has never been so in my life before, bro.
That's
I
where
didn't
you're
even
coming
know
off
it
as
was
very
possible.
lonely.
Makima just has aura, bro. She just has aura, bro.
Speaking of One Piece spoilers, Bunko, have you seen One Piece?
So I have seen the live action. I've read I've read just past the Skypiea.
You look so disappointed.
I know, I'm so sorry. But I do plan on reading more because the season 1 of the live action has actually spoiled things for me that I haven't come across yet in the
I
manga.
hate that. I
the
hated that so
order of-
much. It annoyed me so much, bro.
Yeah,
I
I mean the live action of One Piece isn't bad, and I think it's really good for like people who aren't into anime to get into One Piece. It's very very good for that. But some of the order it does things is just weird.
Bro,
Yeah,
'cause
like, I remember
some.
when the grandfather thing was announced, and my
Yeah.
my partner, he's
That'll
read most
happen
of it,
for,
and
like,
I just
arcs
slowly
and
turned to
arcs.
him and I went, "Is that true? Is he really the grandfather of that person?" And he went, "Yeah, that's true."
Yeah, and I've been like a friend of mine started watching One Piece with B and me a while back, and we just got to that bit, and that's like episode 300 something.
It'll be after Annie's lobby somewhere there.
Yeah,
Maybe even the
it's the post
400s.
NES lobby arc.
It's
It's in. I think it's
I think-
315.
Yeah.
I think.
It's
I
the
can
next
remember-
saga
I can
after
remember a
Skypiea.
specific episode of One Piece, and I cannot remember the dates for my exams.
I did do a thing that because One Piece is so long and I have such a goldfish memory, I write down notes of what I think and like what my thoughts are when I read those specific chapters. And I remember for like almost every other chapter, I was like, Usopp sucks.
What?
Oh no! Usopp, later on, Usopp becomes the goat. Literally,
No,
he
I
becomes the
loved him from
god.
the start, bro. He was just so
Oh,
funny, bro.
I don't know something about him. I was just like, oh, he's so useless.
He is, but that's part of his charm. It's like a
Useless.
Shinji
I mean,
charm.
Consumer, you like Sakura, so it's natural
That's
that
true.
you like the useless character.
To be fair, one of my first videos on my channel was useless characters are awesome, bro. Shinji, Sakura, and Usopp, bro. Those are those top three favorite characters of all time, bro.
Get in the robot, Shinji.
Bruh.
I'm like,
No, I did,
wouldn't
like-
get in the robot either. That's what I was thinking the whole time. You'd get in that robot? Hell no.
I still haven't
I feel
seen the
bad
end
for
of
him.
Evangelion.
He's 14. He's 14. But anyways,
That's
That's
useless
when I
Sorry,
definitely
I'm
want to sit down and binge throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I figured that I'm gonna do like a video series on going back on all the old anime like Death Note and Evangelion and
Tengen
almost the high
Toppa.
HXH.
Gurren Lagann would be a really good one if you have or haven't seen it already.
Oh,
There's
I haven't
so
seen it, I
much.
don't think. I was also thinking Fully Cooley and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, literally all the Gainax and Gainax
Yeah.
animes would be.
Like there is that era of legendary anime that I just haven't seen because they never showed them on TV here. And YouTube. That
Have you
was like
seen,
when I
like,
was getting to, when I
Samurai
was getting into
Champloo
anime.
and
It was
stuff.
I have seen Samurai Champloo, but it was like
Okay.
when I was getting into anime, it was the time when YouTube was cracking down on the like fan dubbed anime episodes being uploaded to YouTube. So
Shame.
there's so much like classic anime that I haven't seen that I really should watch, and I think that might be a fun series to do on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
I
in
think
a
so.
similar boat. That's why, like, I know it's like a shameful thing to say, but I haven't consumed any Naruto yet. Even though I've been to the Uzumaki restaurant in London.
I started Naruto, like I actually really started watching Naruto like 2 months ago. So no worries, Buko.
I
Yeah,
think
I haven't
I
watched
would
it
recommend the
either.
manga because I think the manga is
Mm.
better. I think Kishimoto works with a pen is just immaculate, and some of it doesn't really translate over to the anime.
I
So
know
that's
that
my
there's like
personal-
one arc that draws on for a little bit too long. That I
only
think
by a
it's
few
nearing the
hundred
end.
chapters.
Yeah,
I
just
will
for a
say
couple
that
of pages here and there.
everything before the Higan and whatever his friend's name thing is, it drags on for way too long, and that's like 500 episodes into Naruto.
Nah,
I
I
did
love
sort of feel
Naruto,
that a
bro.
little
I was
bit.
literally about to give it a 10 out of 10 up until the last arc, bro. I thought it was peak.
Kosuma, you're going to murder me when you start editing that big
Bruh.
3 video.
Bro, I've already,
just
you
like,
don't even, I've been
Naruto
cooking
shit.
up in my head. Like, I'm visualizing it in my head already. I'm like, what's it gonna look like?
I do
Bro,
feel like
where's
going
the
from a
time?
more modern manga back to like original stuff, you can definitely tell that the newer manga and anime have learned from previous pacing issues. I think
Yeah.
that's why
No!
because I watched.
I disagree. I think all the new stuff is so fast. I just don't understand.
You
Why
gotta
is
like
why are they
the
rushing
Zoomer
everything?
brain. It's a Zoomer brain audience.
Like I get that when they're trying to like really make a scene emotional and like I don't know, there's something that's probably why I dropped Bleach is like it got far too long and I was like, I get it, I understand what they're going for, but
Oh, I totally get that with
within
Bleach.
like 150 chapters, like Demon Slayer was finished. So
Yeah, I just finished original Bleach this December, and like so much of it just feels like filler. The canon
yeah.
episodes.
Like I ended the second arc, and I know that most fans are like, you can end it there because the third arc technically shouldn't exist. So I was like, cool,
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna hold it
the
there.
Fullbringer
I
one.
don't get what people
Yeah.
say that. Arc or Saga though.
Because I know that the author wanted to end it at the end of the
Yeah.
second
Yeah,
arc,
it
but
was
Shonen Jump
supposed-
was like, no,
It was supposed to end with Aizen's thing. I just got so done with Aizen like 100 episodes before his saga ended.
Hmm.
Like I get that he's a very cool character.
This is where
but I
animation
think
walk in.
compared
This
to
is the
some
perfect time
more
for him to
modern
come.
villains.
It's also really weird, like in his final form, he has a weird mullet for some reason.
Yeah, I did think he got very ugly.
It's before he gets to, like very final form, he just has a mullet for some reason, and it's so weird.
He just time traveled into the 2020s.
Yeah.
It's fine if there was a live action of him. It just means that his voice actor would be Australian,
Oh yeah, true. Like, why?
which is
why
also which is
why is
also
that
why
his
I love
haircut?
the. Oh, weird.
he just has a mullet for some reason.
Bro, everyone has a bro. Have you ever entered the UK, bro? Everyone has a mullet, bro. Not even the UK, bro.
No.
Everyone has a
everyone.
mullet.
I
Okay,
feel
maybe
like
it's just
the
because I'm
UK
in
has, like-
university. Everybody has a mullet, bro.
UK has like
perm
subtle
and mullet, bro.
mullets.
Perm and mullet goes
It's
everywhere.
like subtle. In Australia, those are mullets, whereas the UK, it's like, it's kind of like a hipster indie pop kind of vibe.
I just hate
guess.
that my section in my university used to be like everybody like long haired guys with band shirts and everything, and now it's like going into law school and everyone's dressed very tidily in it. It's just the character is all lost in my university campus. I mean, I go to campus like once a year, but you know.
My college is just like a mesh of just like primarily roadmen, the band people, the anime fans, and then like every other like small little niche community possible.
I
Just
always
think of
find that
everything
stuff
all
quite
in the same
interesting.
class. It's so weird, but like goddamn, somehow nobody no the only people who are fighting each other are all the roadmen. They're not like fighting any other people. They're just fighting each other.
Roadman. I mean, that would be a
Yeah.
good job opportunity. You're never going to run out of work if you work on the road system.
Oh,
I remember
this
some of the roads in
guy.
London were pretty
Wait.
terrible.
You know what a roadman is,
Huh?
though, right?
No.
It's like
Oh!
a,
He doesn't know what
He
the
doesn't know.
roadman is,
how
bro.
would I describe it?
They are an
I mean,
epidemic in the UK. They are an epidemic.
Here, roadmen are like what we call roadmen are people who like work on like road projects, like building bridges and shit.
No, these guys do not
no,
have.
this is
These guys do
like-
not work. These guys are
Jeez.
jobless. These guys are jobless.
Jeez, this is the roadman.
Okay, so it's
All these
different
guys
for you
do
Think
is
like-
beef and sell
Yeah.
drugs,
Language
bro.
barrier.
That's all they do.
Okay.
Like big,
That's
usually
like half
big
of my
FIFA
class.
fans. Yeah.
FIFA
FIFA,
fans.
yeah,
Yes.
FIFA fans is a great way to describe it, I think.
Okay. We have a language barrier because here roadman is someone who works on like road projects.
I was about
We
to
do
say
also
you
have
like
road
they
construction
would,
I
work.
get-
they would
I
run
always
out
get
of
reminded
jobs.
of this
These guys are
TikTok.
hoodlums, bro. They don't work. They don't work. They just go around just
Just
standing
look at
there
this
menacing.
picture. I
you.
just found this so. It's a Bleach fan who's also a roadman. Just look at this.
I thought that was from the time when you guys got stopped by the transport police.
Oh no.
But I feel
For being
anime,
Bleach
especially shonen, is very mainstream. Like, especially in the youth. Like, I don't think like it's seen as nerdy or anything. Like, I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
pretty.
Yeah.
Like remembering back to
Oh
my, like,
my
we had
God, I
one
just remembered
openly
something.
anime fan in my high school, and she was the weird one out, definitely.
Yeah. Oh god, in my class, one of the guys next to me was talking about, oh yeah, he likes anime. He's watched Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball. The teacher says, yeah, you're not a real anime fan.
Those are the OGs.
Bro
what
got
the fuck?
weeb checked by his teacher. That's crazy.
He said I see you when you started watching anime yesterday.
Oh man.
Wow.
I don't think you can say that if someone's watching the OGs. That's like you're watching
Oh no, he's
My
not
Hero
even watching.
Academia or Dragon
He's
Ball.
not even watching OG Dragon Ball. He's watching
Super.
You insult
Kai.
GT, I'm gonna be mad. Okay.
He's watching
Like,
Dragon Ball Z Kai.
You
Oh.
say
Kinda
like
so
if
weird.
someone's watching something like fucking My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer, then you can say that they're not a real anime fan because that's baby's first anime.
I know, but it's funny though. It was
I
so
recall-
funny. He got weeb checked.
I recall like there being like a very small like weeb group in my school, and there was one girl who had like an art book that she would never show anyone, but then she showed me, and she had secret drawings of the characters from
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha, that's the one. And she was like, no one knows of it, so I'm not going to show anyone because otherwise I'm going to be outed.
Nah.
I was when you started the story, I was imagining there would be like I'm assuming you've seen Nichijou.
I've read a little bit of it. I do want to read it. I mean,
Yeah,
no, sorry. I've read a little bit and I want to watch it.
One of the characters in Nichijou does raunchy art of her classmates, and she just
Yeah.
keeps all of that hidden all the time. And there's a thing where she like body bombs police officers because they're about to pick up her notebook.
For good reason. bro.
Doesn't she body slam a deer?
Imagine,
as well?
imagine,
Yeah. No,
imagine
no,
you're in her
it's-
class and you just happen to walk across it and you see yourself in some like yaoi with another one of your classmates. Blah.
You know what? There was somebody in my class in high school who did that as well. Well, not like that, but they did raunchy art of two guys going at it. Yeah.
There is
Ah.
some very raunchy fan fiction that exists of me and a friend of mine.
Oh god.
Can we see
I'm-
it?
No, it's a written random. I can ask Acid if he still has it somewhere, and if he can send me the text, I can link it somewhere. It is a
We
bit
have
too
to-
raunchy for YouTube, though.
We have to
If you
review
write
that
it-
for an episode.
This is from a time when Acid and I were streaming a lot together, and one of our viewers wrote a very, very raunchy yaoi fanfic of us.
I know many years ago, one of my South African friends used to stream a lot, and somebody drew him as an anime girl in a South African army helicopter.
Oh, Bingo,
Wow.
you had some fan art done of
That's
you, right,
funny.
I
recently?
did. It wasn't necessarily fan art, but I did commission Trenton Art to draw me as like a bunny
Oh,
girl, and it's the
Trenton.
cutest
It's so
thing
cool.
ever,
I saw
and
it
I
as
love
well.
it so much.
I remember me and Rage, we were actually at work, and I opened my Instagram, and the first thing I popped up was, oh, Bunko's got fan art now. And we both just look at it, it's like, holy shit.
No,
Speaking of fan art, I
they're
actually
very,
have a-
very talented.
I have a project.
Trenton does the Shonen Jump stuff, right, on YouTube? Like,
Yeah,
that
she does a lot
series.
of act series, so it's sort of inspiring
The
me to make
Axt
like a
Files.
a shonen dropped video, because there's a lot of shonen series that have been dropped by Shonen Jump that are actually really good.
Me.
Yes, speaking of Bunko fan art, I did a meme about last time when you visited. I did the 40k meme of you with the
Yeah,
sledgehammer.
it's spectacular.
And then anime draw something, and I recently did a purchase, and I'm gonna paint these guys, and they are little space marines with big
Oh.
warhammers. I still need to get. I'm doing a kit patch on the head, so I can actually get a female head with your hair on it. But I need to still get the heads.
Question for
Well,
you
even
guys.
even in the new model, the buns on my head will not change. So don't
Okay, good.
worry.
God damn, we really are autistic, aren't we?
Yeah.
Who's we?
Yeah.
All of us.
No.
Kazuma, you're the only functional human being of us. You're going to be a doctor.
Bruh. I'm just
think you have to have, like,
unemployed,
a little
bruh.
bit of
That's my
tism.
thing.
You've got a PhD in poverty.
PhD in poverty.
You spent how many years you spent at uni now and you got no money? You got a
5, bro.
PhD in poverty.
5 years.
You
I mean,
got
that's
a
just
master.
I've
student.
spent way too
master's
many
de-
years in uni because
You
of
have,
COVID.
you have a master's degree in insufficient funds.
Who's calling me? Oh, my friend or whatever.
To be fair, university does do that to you. I remember
Yeah.
my dinners would actually just be meal deals from Tesco's.
Bro,
I mean,
meal
I-
deals are
without-
insane. They're like $5
without-
now.
I
Yeah,
know,
without
right?
COVID, I probably would have graduated like 3 years ago, and it's just painful at this point. I literally have like 3 courses to do, and I still need to wait until next semester to get 2 of them done because my Japanese teacher was obtuse. I was supposed to graduate in May this year, and then my Japanese teacher said, "Nah, can't fit you on the courses."
Rip.
It's like,
Wow.
nah, we don't have enough gowns for you, sir. Sorry, we don't have enough diplomas to give out. Try again next year.
Yeah. I even turned in my master's dissertation and everything. I'm not getting my master's degree out because there's way too many.
Do you have to
courses
do
that,
anything,
but-
or do you just have to wait now? Do you still have to do like?
I have some
credits?
exams to do, and I need to do the Japanese courses. For masters, there's a shit ton of stuff I would need to do, but I'm just gonna slowly do that over the years because I'm fucking done being.
So
in
you're
uni
doing
and
the
I'm done
masters
being
now?
I turned in my dissertation, but it's
Fair.
like I'm way too done with being in uni and being poor. So I'm just gonna work and do the masters, like all the extra stuff I need to do for masters on the side, like slowly, because I
Fair,
don't
fair.
actually need the degree. Because when B and I are gonna go to Japan for a couple of years, like having the degree won't raise my pay at all, and then I'll just do all the stuff to get my masters out as soon as I come back to Finland, and then I'll have much more pay in Finland.
Fair.
My dice bag opened. No, the dice are rolling on my table.
Why are you
Probably
only
put this
planning to
away.
go for
Oh.
like a little while in Japan? Would you not?
No, we're
see-
planning on like 3 to 5 years,
Wow.
depending on like if we get a good place to work at and stuff like that. We are hoping to get to like northern side of Honshu, like Aomori or Sendai or something,
Mm.
because Finnish complexity does a lot better in complexion does a lot better in the more northern climate of Japan.
You should go to Golden Kamui place.
Hokkaido. There
Yeah.
is actually Abashiri Prison from Golden Kamuy is a real place in Hokkaido.
Oh, I'd love to go to Hokkaido. Not just because I'm a big fan of Hokkaido Girls.
That was
I
the
was
only
thinking-
reason I thought.
I was thinking, like, if I
Great
get to
idea.
Aomori, like, Aomori is literally like 30 minutes on a ferry from Hokkaido. It's the northernmost city in Honshu,
Ooh.
Fair. Well,
so I could go
I
visiting
hope it
Hokkaido.
all works out.
Yeah, I mean, B and I will probably travel a lot in Japan whenever we have free time when we live there.
Hopefully, in
because
3 to 5
it's-
years, I'll finally be out of this stinking university.
I was so done to
I'll have
be
some
being
money.
ready this month, but Japanese teacher said no.
Oh.
Bruh.
Yeah, I really.
I've
I'm
just
so
found a
done
video
with
that's just
studying.
gonna sum up Consumer after he leaves uni.
Bro, I'm good. Bro, once I get that first paycheck, man. Oh, I actually saw my favorite. This is-
Speedy Consumer is going to be by far the richest of all of us if he's actually going to be a doctor.
Bro.
Doctors get paid jack shit here. What you on about?
If he goes somewhere else.
I think the
Oh, yeah,
basic
true.
doctor's pay here is like $5,000 a month.
Here it's like a couple of peanuts.
And if you are actually a doctor, you can basically choose wherever you want to work because we need doctors everywhere.
Between 32 and 63,000, so he's probably gonna be under 32. if he
Nah.
starts.
That's what I'll be earning like when I'm out. I'd be like 30 grand when I'm out of med school. But
To be
it
fair, I
goes
think the
up.
first paycheck I got when I left uni and got a job, I think I just spent it on a booster box. Not even like it.
That's such a real, but that is real.
I mean,
bought,
I spent like $2,000 of my student loans to buy a gaming PC. So
Oh right, yeah. I
my
mean,
first
student
paycheck
loan I
went
spent on
to-
tattoos, and I shouldn't have done that. But oh well.
Yeah, my first paycheck went to buying a new monitor and then also manga.
Well, the monitor's responsible. I just bought a bunch of Pokemon cards and went,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
this is a good idea.
when I'm gonna like, I do need to find a job. Somebody please hire me for something I can do online. Yes, thank you, because we will get millions of views on this episode, and people will actually hire me for something.
Tutoring, bro.
Anyway.
Do tutoring.
Anyway, it's like me and a couple of friends, we have like a business idea we're going to pitch to the, amusingly enough, to the local unemployment office where we can do tutoring for them.
Oh
But
my
it's like
God.
I'm kind of thinking that I might have to spend some of my early paychecks on tattoos because I really want some tattoos, but I'm not sure if I should get them before going
Especially
to Japan or not.
because you once you get your Japanese, bro, just do Japanese tutoring. You don't even have to limit it to just Finland. Just do it online. Just be like, guys, I literally have it.
Yeah, I've kind of been looking at like I could do some kind of online tutoring because those places do pay relatively well, especially like you do a lot of like teaching for especially like online teaching for Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam, Cambodia, that sort of stuff. One of my exes actually, she went to she basically just got hired like because she spoke good English, she got hired as a teacher in Vietnam without any kind of degree.
Oh wow.
That's how it should be, man.
Yeah, she went to do like two months as a volunteer, and then they were like, "Hey, do you want to stay here and be a teacher?" But yeah, it's getting hired in my current city is very difficult. So I'm looking at online stuff because, goddamn,
I can't escape Mackey's, so yeah.
you will forever work at Mackey's.
I really don't want to do that.
But you get free ice cream all the time, and like that's pretty good.
I get like one free
bro.
ice cream a day. Actually, speaking of ice cream, I got a 99p ice cream offer today, so I'm gonna get that.
Ooh.
Speedy, the question is your ice cream machine always broken though?
No. Actually, we got a new one recently, and it's always working.
Shit.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Is
It's just in
it-
the morning. In the mornings, they don't, because they switch it off for night. They have to do all the cleaning in the morning, so they don't have it on in the morning. That's the only time, but it's not
Do
working.
those machines really break, or is that just like code because you guys can't be bothered? Like,
No, it's genuinely due because they break, because they got to like do all the cleaning, and it takes like hours to do it, and there's usually like one dude in the entire store who's qualified to do it.
It doesn't help that
in
I'm
this
also
case,
the one ordering all
one of
the
that-
ice cream from every McDonald's.
Yeah,
Of
and
course
that
you
one
do like
person who's
ice cream.
always qualified to do it is Rage.
I used to work at a hotel, and we had a frozen yogurt machine, and genuinely the reason why we said it's broken is because nobody could be asked to clean it.
I
Yeah,
remember
that's a
I
deal.
stayed at a manga cafe in Shibuya, and you just paid for entry fee, and they had free unlimited ice cream. But I was so
Oh.
jet lagged, the smell of anything made me feel like really sick, and I was so sad that I couldn't just like fill up on ice cream to the point where I was just a big dollop of ice cream with legs. I dread the day that I somehow turn lactose intolerant because I will just refuse to accept it.
You would just silly
Yeah,
ice cream.
I experienced that in July when I chugged a whole liter of milk. So yeah.
Oh, things
yeah,
we
for your
are not
video.
allowed to talk on the podcast because
Yeah.
that happened right after a recording.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I shat myself on the podcast. Well, right after the podcast. So yeah.
See, why wasn't that in the thumbnail?
oh
That
gosh.
would have made a good thumbnail. Speedy was
Yeah.
too embarrassed at the time, but it's been over a year, so now he can openly talk about it.
Oh no, I don't mind. I didn't care. I just found it funny. I've just learned to live, laugh, and love. I'd also be
That
that's
is
my,
Live,
such a
fart, live,
fucking-
fart, and love.
live, fart,
Speedy,
and
that
love.
was such a fucking suburban woman in her mid to late 20s comment.
Do you have that on
I
your
know,
walls
right?
somewhere?
You can have a look around. There's nothing on there.
That's actually what I love in the hospitals. They always have stuff like
Yeah.
that in the like meeting
God,
rooms,
yeah.
the staff rooms.
In my local hospital, they have a picture of me on the walls when I was like 4 when I had my first asthma attack.
They were like,
Oh.
"Hey, this guy's a regular here, guys."
We're gonna milk him for all he's worth.
I think I still have a picture somewhere on my Instagram of me in front of that picture, like 10, nearly 20 years after it happened.
Oh, wow.
My
I'll send it through.
supervisor has a framed paper handwritten by Tolkien on her wall.
That is cool.
It's so cool. Like as in my university supervisor has that. Because her supervisor studied under Tolkien and apparently got that paper. Like it's a grade. It's from Tolkien originally for some of the uni work because obviously Tolkien was a linguistics professor.
Wow.
I have
That's
the
really cool.
I have the picture, but it's been blocked by something else, so I can't see it properly. Shit.
Aww. Oh god, I just remembered the young pictures of us that we shared in the
Oh, yeah.
luckily locked chat.
I've
that
just
the
literally
guests
got
can't
those
view.
just sitting in my
Bunko,
download
if you could
folder.
just scroll up a little bit, you'll be able to see them.
No, they're not here. They're in a different chat. This is the
No,
guest episode.
Oh
they're here,
shit,
okay.
yeah.
They
they're
wouldn't be in
not
the
here.
guest one, I don't think.
I think I have like
Yeah,
a picture of a VTuber me of like my first VTuber model, and she's such a little baby.
Like we found old pictures of us, and they were.
Okay, yeah, I have them, mate. The cheese ones, that's just a different human being. That's literally
Animate was
a
just
different-
Skrillex.
Oh,
just a different human being, honestly.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre
because
bleu.
I feel like if I send any picture of like real life form, I could be anyone, and you would have no idea if it was actually me.
Oh
So
yeah.
Bunko's
Actually,
going to send a real life picture, and it's just.
Speaking of real life Bunko, when Bunko tapped me on the back, my brain like malfunctioned temporarily because like for some reason when I get tapped on the back, brain just stopped working, and then I turned around. I was like, and I kept talking to my friends or something like
To be
that.
fair, it was partially my fault because I didn't actually say who I was.
Yeah,
So I
I was
just
You
kept
you like,
like,
oh, are you a
random
fan? Oh, you're a
person.
fan of Speedy Boy 696 on YouTube? Yeah, I'm Speedy Boy
I was
696.
thinking, wait, okay, random person. Wait, this is my brain scripted did not work.
It didn't help that I posed like I was like, I don't know, I felt like I was from Emperor's New Groove where I was like, ta-da, and you were like, who?
Yeah, I was like, huh? Yeah,
You should have done a
literally.
JoJo's pose.
And that's what I thought you were. For a second, I thought you were trying to JoJo's pose me. I was going to JoJo's pose back, but then I was like, what the hell am I
I
supposed
can't
to do
zoom
here?
Delete that.
Yeah, I had to remember. I was like, oh yeah.
Look at that thirst trap.
Because I remember
Yeah.
saying to you, I remember texting you on the Discord, like, oh yeah, show me the famous picture, the hammer picture, and I'll know it's you. So I was expecting, okay, the hammer picture, and then I turned around, I was like, wait, there's no hammer picture. What is this? This
It's
is a
just a
person.
person.
It's a person, but what person is it? Am I supposed to know you?
Consumer posted Skrillex anime. That was good.
Oh wow.
Is that the one where he has the curly hair? Or no, the one where
No,
he
that's
has
the-
like...
The emo ho
Yeah,
face.
yeah, the emo face that looks like Skrillex.
See, man,
We
I don't
had
be
a-
like-
knowing.
the shaved sides on your head as well?
I don't be knowing who Skrillex is, man.
Oh, you don't know who Skrillex is?
What am I?
Wait, you don't know who
I
Skrillex
know.
is?
How old is Skrillex? How many years has it been since that was really a big thing?
I know that he doesn't. Does he make music anymore? But I know
Oh,
that he doesn't
God,
have like the long hair or whatever.
Yeah,
He made Bangarang.
yeah. Bangarang was like a big. That was 2012.
Scary Monsters and something else was another banger.
Spooky, scary skeletons. Is that him?
Yeah, that was Skrillex animate.
And then my one's just like cursed. I mean, I said quite a few
He was a
different ones I
young
have.
boy.
I think this one of them when I was like 10.
A young boy.
Oh, My Chemical Romance. I just had to hear that one like ding, and it just brings me back. I could just see everything in black and white then, and I'm like, ah. My visual ratio goes 3:4, black and white, high
My
contrast.
Chemical Romance is one of those bands. Like I don't think I've ever intentionally listened to them, and whenever I hear one of their songs, I go, "Oh, it's this one."
Yeah, I never
it's
went
such-
through like a Black Parade phase,
Yeah,
but I was
also-
definitely a fan of their music.
There was also a time when they were just like
You're
super
in.
pervasive on radio and everything, so you could not have evaded them if you tried.
I somehow managed to evade all of like the My Chemical Romance stuff actually, because I was
I
just
remember when
Because
I
Bro was
remember when I
actually
was
there in the
army, it was
band.
when I was in the army, there was some like really popular, I think it was Pitbull song that was like every single time we
Mr.
went to the mess
Worldwide.
hall, it would play. Let me find the song.
was it Mr. Worldwide?
No, it was older than that. I think.
I just like the fact that the chat has just become younger photos of ourselves now.
Yeah, you still haven't sent mine through. I'll send it myself. Which one do you want? Do you want the one outside the Lamborghini dealership, or do you want the back?
No need to flex, mister. Okay. We know it wasn't your Lamborghini, okay?
I know. I wanted to steal it
Huh?
As a child?
as a child. Yeah, I was like 7.
Speedy has become a criminal.
Played too many
Oh, yeah,
GTA.
yeah.
Too much GTA.
Yeah.
To be fair, was it 2025? GTA came out 20 2013,
13.
12 years ago. Oh no,
Jesus.
you'd have been 9 when it came out.
And now
close enough.
Yeah.
GTA got delayed
Yeah.
again.
to May 2026.
That
There we
second
go.
picture of Speedy just reminds me of that meme of the
The
girl
meme?
who's looking at the house fire.
I was just
Exactly.
about to say that.
So we have me with mustache and me with mustache but no beard, and there's that one.
That mustache is diabolical.
That's when I was first growing
Mate.
it out.
That's how
And then
every
these
boy
parts-
who grows
these
a
came in.
mustache in university looks like, man.
It's just
Yeah,
an awkward
and now
phase.
now I have a full almost mostly beard. Yeah, nothing cheese like yet.
But bro, you've grew
My
your
beard
beard
is
the
very
longest. Your
my
beard was
beard is
really
very
long a
short
few
now.
weeks ago. I think that's our thing
remember
now.
what-
We just have beards, and we used to have long
Maybe-
hair too. And then I cut
Yeah,
my
because
hair.
consumer didn't share it. I need to find the young consumer pictures.
Bruh.
Young
Oh,
consumer.
I didn't
Sounds
put
like a-
anyone.
sounds like a-
All I had
sounds
was
like a really
when I
bad
had
rapper.
my
consumer-
afro
what
and when I
consumer
was
has hair.
bald. Those are the only two photos I put in. Me with hair,
Yeah,
me
there's the one
without
where
hair.
consumer had hair.
Young consumer sounds like a
I
really
used
bad
to-
rapper.
In my defense, when that
Does.
picture of me was taken, that was when I was dating a girl who is now a
No.
professional.
I know you're
photographer.
kind, brother. You were just thirst trapping all the girls, bro. You were just on Tinder. That's
No.
your opening profile picture
Tinder
on
wasn't
Tinder.
a
You're
thing
like,
back in day. Back in that
you're
day,
like,
consumer.
hey,
MySpace
that-
dating.
MySpace
That picture's from
dating.
like 2013.
Okay, MySpace dating.
I'm
You're
old.
like, go on.
Here is. I found another picture pre beard.
Wow.
It was just like, yeah, my face was very circular.
Tinder was launched in 2012, but it was only available in the United States for the first.
You
2
had a
years.
VPN, bro. I know you were on that app using that photo.
Had a VPN to date people that were thousands of miles away.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
just did it. He just did it for his own ego. He's the type of guy. That photo is the type of guy just to do it and then just say no. Actually, I'm not interested. You know, he just wanted the
Oh
validation.
wow.
No,
He just wanted the
I wouldn't do that.
validation.
I'm a nice person. That was a lie.
Yeah, I feel like dating apps now just like exploded.
I've never had a dating app.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only got
Yeah.
bots, man.
Post COVID, probably post COVID thing. Oh no,
Yeah, I feel
it's
like-
so
I've
weird.
been together
I'll
with
be in uni,
people
right?
7 years now, almost. So just
I'll
haven't had the need
I'll
for a
literally
dating
be in uni, and why am I hearing like real life conversations of someone be like, "Oh, I saw you on Tinder." How is this an opening remark you'll have with another human being? A genuine opening remark you'll have is like, "Oh, I saw you on Tinder. You swiped right." Ha ha ha. Like I saw someone say this to another human being, and my jaw was like,
wow.
"Oh."
Oh, funny story about Tinder actually. Since consumer mentioned me playing dating apps with that picture, we did when I was on first year in uni. We found someone who was using my picture on Tinder, and that wasn't me.
Oh wow.
Someone.
wow.
Okay, sir. Someone.
I can find the picture somewhere. I think I have it on my phone.
Someone. Yeah, and it
Because
just happened
we
to
shared
not be
that like we have like our university has our own sort of social media that fucking nobody uses, but we used to like share stuff from like, hey, we have this student party coming up and we're prepping for the student party, like people would share that kind of pictures, and it was in there. Let me try and find it. It was one of the girls in my class did my hair with like this with pink flowers.
Oh. Yeah, I recall
find that
that. I remember when I went to university, there was a sort of social network for students, and everyone used it to send other social networks, be like, "Oh, here's my Instagram, here's my LinkedIn,"
Yeah,
and then they never
just
used the
promote
university.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
and then they never
we
used.
had like this
VPN.
like official thing there where we would like each faculty would share pictures when we were like doing get-togethers, because it was first year of uni, so everybody did get-togethers before going to parties and stuff.
Oh, great.
But I have that picture somewhere.
But yeah,
I don't
dating
have
like
an
you
actual
know-
picture, but I do have a picture of my hair with the pink flowers if it comes through on the mobile.
Oh, I can
Not
kind of see it.
too.
I
Oh, yeah.
had a braided hair with pink flowers.
You went full
Viking one.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, full Rapunzel. I had a much longer hair back then as well.
God. Oh, god damn it. It's 4 or 5. Shit.
and
oh,
no
yeah,
anime.
anime.
Animator's still not turned. It's animator's still not turned up, and I.
Yeah, the Eldritch horror we sent after him apparently
not
also
work.
fell
It's-
victim. Yeah, it fell victim to the femboys as
It
well.
actually turns
Yeah,
out anime
Italian
died in pure
fanboy.
ecstasy, and so we actually never Gonna find him again.
From now on, we are replacing Animate with Bunko.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to oblige.
Wait a minute.
Oh, speaking of, did we ever mention to Bunko, since we did the thing of like which one of us is which Avenger, did we mention who Bunko was for her? I don't
No.
think we did.
Well, I
think I
guess with
did,
the
maybe
hammer,
briefly.
there can only be one. Oh no, but you're Thor. Oh.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
Thor, but she would...
Bunko was Iron Man because she does all the tech stuff
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
with Tony Stark.
Who was I again? Captain America or something random like that.
I can't remember.
No,
who
Captain, the first... No, Consumer, you're Captain America because you're the first Avenger.
Oh yeah, you were Captain America, and
Bunko
Speedy
be
was
Iron Man.
Nick Fury.
I'm Nick Fury because I assembled everybody.
Yeah, I can't remember who Animate was.
Did we say Hawkeye or something? No.
No, RC was Hawkeye
Yeah, RC's Hawkeye, yeah.
because he's the functional human being.
Yeah. Animate
Does he have
is...
Does he have Velma for a wife?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, okay. Because the same actress who plays Velma in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies is the same actress who plays his wife in Avengers.
Oh, that's
I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I can't remember who Animate was now. I was Thor
know.
because Speedy is unoriginal and I'm Nordic.
Oh, no, that's what everybody else was saying, that you should be Thor.
Okay,
That's what I
anyway.
thought. Yeah.
I was going to put you as, like, somebody else.
You were gonna try and put me as Hulk. I
It's
think.
animate Hulk.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Animate might have been Hulk in the end. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But Bunko was Iron Man.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So, yeah, Captain America.
I
I'm
can
Nick
code a
Fury.
little
I
bit.
think Rage was Black Widow
Yeah.
because that was just after we talked about Rage doing an Astolfo cosplay.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
been in the Spider-Man morph suit a couple of times.
Ah, but licks.
I feel like everyone has, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I cosplayed Optimus Prime. Not even cosplay. I dressed up as Optimus Prime for someone's birthday party.
I'm still planning on doing the King Bradley cosplay from Full Metal Alchemist, but that does mean I need to cut myself.
I need
just
to
a
get more
mustache.
hench. I need to get like double my size by October in order to do the fucking Scorpion cosplay I have in mind, and like, it's not going too well.
That's gonna require a serious amount of TRT to do it by October.
Or just get
Yeah.
like contour powder and then just like contour stuff on, and then no one would ever know.
Oh yeah. Honestly, like I've seen some wild shit people have done with contour.
Exactly,
What's
and like
contour?
some female cosplayers tend to
It
do
gives
it
your
to enlarge
bones,
certain parts of their body.
Yeah, you do like
I
you
need,
do shading.
I need this physique by like now.
Oh, you're covered
Yeah.
up. It's fine.
Yeah.
that-
I mean,
like if you actually wanted that physics, that's gonna need a lot of TRT.
yeah, I know, but like, who wouldn't want to be
Don't worry, the McDonald's pay will cover it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just need to find a dealer.
you really don't want to buy your steroids from a dealer.
Next episode.
The next episode, you're gonna be dead.
Oh yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
hey
there
guys,
was
he
there
died.
was some research into like something like 90% of steroids that people sell in the black market don't contain anything that they say they do.
Oh great. It's just like, oh, it just contains bull semen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, can we end the episode here? Because I'm gonna go.
I think so.
about 7
Yeah, you
minutes.
need to go.
So, yeah.
Sure.
So, anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and sorry that Animate didn't turn up because he's been indulging in Milan-based femboys. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode of Generic Anime Podcast, please subscribe to the channel. Also, check out
And-
Bunko's channel, check out our channels individually, and also comment who would you like as a guest, maybe, because then we could probably invite him on.
If you're watching this later, we might link if Bunko has had any of her super secret projects done. We will probably link those in the description.
We'll probably put them on the end screen as well.
Yep.
Yay.
Anyways, thank you all for watching.
Yeah, go sub to Bunko. She has some really big plans. We know what they are, but we're
Yeah.
not going to release them.
Oh, I don't know what they are, but they know what they are. So it's pretty
Yeah.
big. I'll take
Consumers
their
out
word
of
for
the
it.
loop.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good day, and let's Queen Wave a goodbye. I want to quickly talk about something after as well.
I can't, so I'll just shake my
Yeah,
head.
just shake your head, yeah.